بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. طيب, we've taken Hajj, and today inshallah what we're going to do is that we are going to take the exam for Hajj. So as you can see, we Hajj, and then there are 6 conditions for Hajj to be obligatory upon a person, and then the pillars of Hajj were 4, types of Hajj were 3, the obligation of Hajj was 7, the miqat and the timing of the miqat. Miqat, 2 types, place and time. And I did send a video to Sheikh Qasim. Subhanallah, I don't know why I didn't actually end up looking for a video of how to do Hajj, step for step, but I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube, inshallah. I'm pretty sure. And if you just maybe keep going over this, you'll understand how Hajj is done. Recommended actions, few. Prohibitions are 9, and the rulings are split into 4. The names of Hajj, 5 places to do Hajj, and then the description of Hajj by Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah. We'll do the exam now. Now the exam, right, you just need you guys to type in the thing. The first question, the same as last time, so I'll quickly answer the first question to save time. So the first question is, who is Hajj obligatory upon? Obligatory upon a Muslim, mukallaf, al-baligh aqil, reached puberty and has intellect. Hur, he is a free person. Mustati', he has the ability to do. So these are 4. And the 5th one, E, which is the woman must also have a mahram if she is traveling. Have a mahram if she is traveling. Now, so that's how you do 5. So remember, same as last time. How do we take it from 6 to 5? We put baligh and aqil together. We call it mukallaf. How many pillars does Hajj have? Okay, that's 4. Now I want you guys to, inshallah, participate more now. Number 7, ihram is a pillar from the pillars of Hajj, and it means to put on the 2 pieces of white cloth at the appointed place. True or false? Just write T or F. If it's true or false, you just write T or F. Make it easier. False. Ahsant. It is to have the intention. That's the main. That the one which is the pillar means the intention. Now, Tawaf al-Ifada is different from Tawaf al-Ziyarah. The first is a rukn, the second is recommended. Ahsant, false. Yeah, they're the same thing. Ifada and Ziyarah, these are the same thing. The difference is between Tawaf al-Qudum, Tawaf al-Wada', and so on. And the Prophet ﷺ did Hajj 3 times. False. The Prophet ﷺ only did Hajj once. As for Umrah, 4 times. Ulama do differ. However, what seems to be correct is the Prophet ﷺ, he did Umrah 4 times. 3 times separately, and 1 time, part of his Hajj. It is a must to perform Hajj as soon as one is able to do so. True or false? Number 10. This one's true. And this goes back to usuli principle. This is this issue studied in usul fiqh. But subhanAllah, I actually wrote an essay on. Because my opinion first was no, but when I looked into it, I took the position that yes. And the usuli issue is هل الأمر يقتضي الفور؟ هل الأمر يقتضي الفور? Does a command necessitate الفور, to do it straight away? Does a command necessitate to do it straight away? Meaning, if Allah commands you to do something, does that mean you can choose when to do it? As long as you end up doing it, or do you have to do it straight away? And this is not talking about those which have a time limit. So if Dhuhr has a time limit from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, then class, you can do it any time within that time. But Hajj is not time limit, right? And other actions like that. And what's it to be correct opinion, Wallahu A'lam, is that you have to do it straight away. Because of different commandments in the Quran, Allah says, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ, and hasten to the forgiveness of your Lord. فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ, and race one another, basically hasten when it comes to good deeds. Also, if you delay it, you don't know if you're going to be able to do it or not. You might pass away without doing it, then you'll be sinful. So that shows you have to do it straight away. Because if you, let's say, as soon as you're able to do so, you go and do it, and then you try, then there's no blame upon you. If you passed away, there's no blame upon you because you did it as soon as you could. And there's other adillah as well. Now, anyways, number 11. The people of Medina do ihram from Yalamlam. false. They do it from Dhul Halifa. The appointed time for Umrah is Ramadan. Again, false. Umrah you can do any time of the year. Yes, there's more reward in Ramadan, but no. Fill in the blanks in the following sentences. Hajj and Umrah are obligatory in a lifetime once, or one time. Whoever performs Hajj without, okay, anyone know what these two are? Right, in Arabic, arguing, okay, in Arabic is فَلَمْ يَرْفُثْ وَلَمْ يَفْسُقْ. Rafath and fisq. Basically, these two ulama, they talk about what the meaning of rafath and fisq is, which, I'll leave it to you maybe, inshallah. You guys can maybe just look into it and see what the ulama say regarding these words. But the main meaning of both of them is you don't do any sin, basically. There's also some different. One is sin general. I think they say the rafath is sin with the speech. And fisq is general sin. Don't fully quote me on that. I can't really remember properly. But basically they have like the opinion something similar to that. So maybe just look into it to see exactly what they mean by them too. So what to put in here, I would say put in the Arabic word and then look into what the English mean. Rafath and fisq. فَلَمْ يَرْفُثْ وَلَمْ يَفْسُقْ. I'll write it for you. يرفث ولم يفسق. Okay. It's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. It's a hadith. And then the rest of the hadith is that will exit from the sins just as he or she the day his mother gave him birth. Yeah? Meaning, in another narration, غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِهِ. So the meaning of that is all his previous sins will be forgiven. And the reward for accepted Hajj is no less than Jannah. Now, that's also hadith. والحج المبرور, يعني the accepted Hajj, the Hajj which has no sin in it, it doesn't have a reward except paradise. The people of Makkah do ihram at Tan'im. Tan'im is Masjid Aisha, basically. False. What's the answer? What's the correct answer? From where they are. Okay. Now, is this Hajj or is this Umrah? Because in Arabic, it says, in the Arabic question that I've got, they said Lil Hajj, it's Hajj, but in English, I don't see it. Is there a difference in ruling between Hajj and Umrah? Just say yes or no, if they're not explained. Is there a difference in ruling between Hajj or Umrah? There's a difference between Hajj and Umrah. I alluded to this. Is that in every Umrah or Hajj, you have to combine between Hil and Haram, meaning a sacred area and a non-sacred area. So in Hajj, you do Ihram from wherever you are in Mecca, because you end up going to Arafah, which is outside of the boundary, so you combine that way. But in Umrah, you don't, because Umrah is in the Kaaba, right? So if you're from Mecca, then if you want to do Umrah, then you would go to basically go to any place which is haram, which is hil, which is the non-sacred boundary, and the closest one is where the Prophet commanded Aisha radiallahu anha to do it from, which is Tan'im Masjid Aisha. So in Umrah, yes. In Hajj, no. In Hajj, if you're in a hotel, خلاص from there. But in Umrah, then yeah, you go there. مفهوم? Understood? Okay. Right. Number 15. Women wear a white dress during Ihram. False. Yeah. The women wear the normal clothes and they cover and so on, except they can't wear a niqab. No, are they allowed to wear gloves as well. Allah. Number 16, it is recommended for the one doing ihram to put on cologne on his and not on his, so on his body and not on the clothes. No. The women is not allowed to wear normal clothes. No, false. Yeah, so the woman wears normal clothes. And 18, it is normal clothes that which covers her. Basically, no, whatever is normal. Obviously, that fulfill the conditions of hijab and so on. It is not allowed to wear a belt during ihram. False, you can wear a belt. Even as a man, ihram, you can wear a belt. That's not considered. That's not the clothing. The piece of clothing for your body. That's fine. So wearing a belt, wearing a watch, that's fine. Wearing glasses, that's fine. Women do not wear during ihram 2 things: face veil and gloves. Good. It is recommended to expose the right shoulder during tawaf of umrah, intricate tawaf of visiting, the first and second, all of the above. Yeah, 1 and 2. So the first and second. The first and second. So we talk about ittiba', where you get the ihram, put it under the right armpit, and so you show your right shoulder. 21. It is recommended to strive on sa'i with a severe striving, meaning just run or walk fast. The answer is true if you're referring to that area which is now with green lights. Okay, so if they're referring to that, and then the rest you just walk. Sa'i begins at Marwa, ends at Safa. It begins at Safa, ends at Marwa. Those performing Hajj leave Arafah before sunset. True or false? False. You have to be there until sunset. After sunset, you leave. Staying on Arafah is an obligation from obligations of Hajj. True or false? La, false. It's not an obligation. It's a pillar. It's a pillar. It's a pillar. Staying on Arafah is an obligation. It's a pillar. Number 25. The actions of the one performing Hajj begin on and end on. Yeah, 88th till the 13th. It is not from Islam to climb any mountain in Arafah. So there's a famous mountain, I think they call it Jabal Rahmah. Naam, Ahsan, the answer is true. It's not legislated. It's not been authenticated that the Prophet climbed it, nor did he ever tell any of the companions to climb it, nor did the Sahaba. So a lot of people do. But as long as you're in Arafah, any place, it's fine. Number 27, the sacrificial animal is a must upon the mutamatti' and qarin, while it is recommended for the mufrid. 27 answers. Oh, is it true? You said true, yeah. It is. Sorry, I just all teased. I don't know if I missed it. The answer is true. The answer is true. No, the answer is true. Once you stop saying the talbiyah after throwing the big rock on the day of Eid. So this is the issue of mufrad is never. Yeah. So ifrad is the type of Hajj. The person doing it is called mufrid, right? Qiran is a type. The one doing it is known as qarin. And tamattu' is a type, and the person doing it is called mutamatti'. We have mufrid, Qarin and Mutamattir. This is the name of the person. Yeah, just like Qira'ah is reading, and one reciting is known as a Qari. So Qiran is a type. A person doing is known as a Qarin. Ifrad, Mufrid, Tamattu', Mutamattir. Now, 28, the answer is true. So when do you stop doing the talbiyah? On the big day of Eid, on the day of Eid when you're storing the big rock. 29. If the one performing Hajj throws a pebble in the hole without hitting the rock, is the throwing valid? We mentioned this. True, it is valid. The one performing Hajj throws the pebbles on the 10th day at the 3 big rocks, or 3. True or false? Come on. La, the answer is false. On the day of Eid, you only throw it at one of them, which is a big one. So not at the 3, just a big one. And then on the days after, you throw it at all 3. On the day of Hajj, you only throw it to the big one. And then on the days after, you throw it to the rest of the 3. 31. Throwing the 3 rocks is done on the 3 days after Eid, after Dhuhr. He says Dhuhr there. La. Okay. After, yani it can be any time, but the actual time is after Zawal. Where is it? I've got it here somewhere. No, by the Zawal Isham. Zawal after the sun rises. After the sun rises. That's the best time to read. It is recommended to supplicate after throwing at the big rock. La, false. After throwing the small and medium or the middle one, then it's legislated to make dua. As for after the big one, then no. As for after the big one, then no. 33. If one delays the tawaf of ifadah until just before leaving Mecca, he or she does not have to do the farewell tawaf. Okay, that's fine. So in rare circumstances, if you do end up delaying tawaf al-ifadah, which you shouldn't do, until just before you leave, basically it takes the place of tawaf al-wada. And the tawaf al-ifadah is just like the tawaf of Umrah, except in ittiba', which is the covering the shoulder, and ramal, which is the walking fast for the first 3. So this is like the differences between normal Umrah, Umrah of Qudum, and the Umrah within the Hajj, Tawaf or the Tawaf which is in the Hajj, Tawaf al-Ifadah. So the difference is that in Tawaf al-Ifadah you don't need to uncover your right shoulder, nor do you need to do a Ramal, which is walk fast for the first 3. The Qarin and Mufrid, Qiran and one doing Ifrad, must perform Sa'i whilst a Mutamattir does Sa'i twice. He ends up doing it twice. Give the rulings for these, right? I want your answers for this. Umrah. Okay, you got different here. Umrah or the lesser Hajj. Okay, class. What's the ruling on Umrah? Obligatory, wajib. No. Okay, the woman doing Hajj without a male relative. We got different answers. The ruling is that it's not obligatory, but if she does it, it's accepted. It's counted as her Hajj. It's counted as a Hajj, but she is sinful. Yeah. So it is. Yeah. Ahsant. Very good. Very good. Then no. But otherwise, because the condition is if she's traveling. So if she's not traveling and she's from Makkah, then no, because she's not traveling. But otherwise, yes, she needs a mahram. So it's not obligatory for her to go. And if she does go, it's accepted, but she is sinful. Okay, the Hajj of the one who has debts, it's accepted. The answer to that is if somebody ends up doing it, it's accepted. The one that I don't have Umrah, the lesser Hajj. I have another one in my book, which is Hajj al-Saghir. a Hajj of a kid. If a kid does Hajj, what's the ruling? And you can maybe add that in the fourth box. Then it is accepted and they get rewarded, but it doesn't count as Hajjatul Islam. It doesn't count as Hajjatul Islam. Hajjatul Islam, when you hear that, it means the obligatory Hajj from the 5 pillars. The obligatory Hajj. Okay? So it's accepted, but it doesn't count as Hajjatul Islam. But with that, alhamdulillah, we have completed Hajj. How's your understanding of Hajj now? What do you think? Do try to watch a video. Even if I don't end up sending a video, I'll try, maybe I'll put in the description of the video or send it in the group. Try to look for it yourself. It was hard. It is hard if you've never been. If you've never been, and it is a topic, to be honest, you do have to constantly review. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if you remember, I did mention a few times that I keep forgetting, like the Mawaqid, I keep forgetting the names. I know Medina is Zul Halifa and Makkah, and Yemen is Yalamlam and so on. But it is something that you have to keep going over. And especially if you haven't been, then you don't know. And if you haven't done it, if you've been Makkah to do Umrah, at least the Umrah side, you know what to do. But if you've not done Hajj, it is difficult to kind of imagine everything. But now I think you know most of the rulings. Maybe try to re-watch the videos. Like now you've got an idea of the rulings and the technical side. Then you just have to reread it. There's a nice short video on YouTube animated that was helpful step by step. I think you just type in how to do Hajj and it comes up. It was really helpful. Yeah, okay. Maybe send it to me. I'll either send it in the group or I will put it in the description of the video, inshallah. Now, okay, I wanted to say, the next part, the Sheikh has talked about the mannerisms and so on. And then, so the next, I will show you here. Lesson 15, lesson 16, and also 11, 17. All right, these are very easy. Yeah. And then after that, we just have lesson 18 left, and that's it, and then the exam. Do you guys want to do it today, or do you think I'll give you some time just to look over? You want to do it today? We can do it tomorrow. If you want a day to just look over Hajj and look over the rulings of Hajj and so on. Tomorrow is fine? Khalas, we'll do it tomorrow then. Tomorrow, inshallah, it should be 6:45. 6:45 tomorrow should be okay. Monday I travel and so on. I was in Nelson, so that's why we had to delay it slightly. But we'll do it tomorrow, inshallah. But we should be able to take 3 chapters tomorrow. And then after that, 1 more lesson, and we should finish the book and then just the exam, bismillah. Now, if you can send that link to one of the admins, then they'll send it on to me and then I'll send it in the group, inshallah. Or I'll send it in the Telegram group. I'll also put it in the description of this video. Like we've gone to the lesson now. So I'll see you tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma